Learners, I'm giving you a breakdown of the electrical installation in any house, and we're looking at two parts of this page, which is this is the half of it which I'm going to use. So I'm going to fold it and I'm going to focus on this side, and then I'm going to move to that side. So let me zoom in on the one side and have a discussion there. So here you will have your description of what it is, and then you will have your true example of what it looks like in reality, and then you will have the symbol, and the symbol is the important part that we need to know. So we're looking at a ceiling light. Ceiling light is a normal light that's in your bedroom, or in all bedrooms you will find a ceiling light. It's mounted to the ceiling, and that is the symbol for a ceiling light that we have there, which is a basic cross. Your wall mounted light. Your wall mounted light is the light that you will find outside of your house, preferably at the front door where there's a stoop for you to be able to see where you are walking. And for that light, it is very similar as the ceiling light. The only difference is that there is a line attached to one side, so the line can be attached to any side there of your symbol. Okay. If we look at the next one, this is a fluorescent light, and it's a 2 bulb with 40 watt each. 2 bulb tube, 40 watt each. There you will find the 2 bulbs in there. You will find one that has 3 bulbs as well. Then you must change that to 3 times 40 watt. So you need to indicate very importantly how many bulbs and what the watt is, or the currency. So we're looking at the symbol that looks like that there, a line with 2 anchors on the side, T-parts on the ends, and you need to write 2 times 40 watt or 3 times 40 watt. That's very important because you get half a mark for each of those that you have there. Let's look at the switches that you will find in your house. So you will have a one-way switch, single pole. It looks like that. Everybody's familiar with that type of switch, and that is the symbol, which is a circle and a line off to your right, and the little line refers to the switch, the one or single pole switch. Then you will have a one-way double pole switch where it has 2 switches here, very similar like the single pole, but that indicates here that it is a double pole. And the same with the one-way 3-pole, where you have 3 switches here, and that indicates there that you should have 3 switch or 3 lights or 3 connections to that specific switch that you have there. Okay, so let's move to the opposite side. Here you will find a 2-way switch, single pole. It looks like that, where you have a circle and you have 2 tentacles going off on both sides of the circle with a single switch on both ends. And how does this one work? This one normally works where you can actually switch on one single light, which is there at 2 areas in a venue, either upstairs or downstairs, depends on where you are. Then that would be the symbol that reflects that. Then you have a regulating switch, which is called a dimmer. It is a switch which is a single pole, but it has a line with an arrow head through the middle of the circle, which indicates the dimmer, which is a device that actually turns depending on the amount of light that you want to expose, and that allows you to actually either decrease it or increase it. Then you have a socket outlet. Everybody's familiar with a socket outlet. That is just an outlet that has no switch to it, right? You use that specifically for shavers in a bathroom. There's no switch. Once you insert it into the wall socket, the shaver must be switched on on the device itself. There's no wall mounted switch that you have there, and for that you have this specific symbol here, which is a semicircle and a line perfectly in the center. So we're looking at the switch socket outlet. Everybody's familiar with the switch socket outlet. It's slightly different to the previous one. This one actually has a switch and it has the 3-point prong in there, and you can connect any appliance to it or extension leads. And that is basically the symbol, very similar to the previous one with a semicircle and a line going straight up, but this time it has a sideline and an indication of the switch that we have there. Then you have a distribution board component that we find inside, built inside a cupboard, where you will have the many switches, which are circuit breakers. And if you need to work on any of your electrical components inside of your house, your domestic electrical fittings, you will probably have to switch off switches here to circuit break everything inside of your house to allow the qualified electrician to actually work on those various components. That is the symbol, just a rectangular box, which you will find in a floor plan. And then an earth basically as a symbol like that, and the function of the earth for excess electrical charges. And then the last one is the electrical meter. This is where you get a simple reading. This is the box where you have now in your homes, where you actually punch in the electricity. It gives you a reading of how much it is. It is basically a box with a W inside, which we discussed earlier in our analytical notes. Okay, please take cognizance of all of these electrical symbols so that you can use them in your floor plan.